recording or be able to join it to see the recording of it as things are trickling in. So welcome to the Translational Data Analytics Institute at The Ohio State University orientation information session. Lots is happening. So before we start in earnest, a quick random introduction of the TDAI team that's here. So I am Tanya Berger-Wolf. I am professor of computer science and engineering, electrical computer engineering, and evolution ecology and organismal biology at the Ohio State University. And I am the faculty director of TDAI, the Translational Data Analytics Institute. With that, Cathie, Dr. Cathie Smith, if you...
Sure. I'm managing director of TDAI. And just for brief introductions, I'll pass it off to Amber, who's next to me on my screen. Amber?
Sure. I'm Amber Pasternak, and I am program coordinator for education and outreach.
Brandon. We can't hear you for some reason. So while you're figuring it out, I'm going to keep going. So Krishna, Dr. Krishna Chaitanya.
Sure. Hey, hi everyone. I'm Krishna, and I'm the program director for the MTDA and also senior researcher in TDAI.
MTDA, we'll talk about it, but yes. Jenny Grabmeier.
Hi, I'm Jenny Grabmeier. I am Director of Research Strategy and Team Science Facilitator for TDAI.
Thank you. Dr. Zoe Duan.
Hello, I'm Zoe Dunn, and I'm a senior analyst at TDAI. Thank you.
Dr. Alex Davis.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex Davis. I'm the chief data scientist at TDAI. Together with Zoe, we make up the data science services. So we can help faculty and researchers with their AI and data science problems, as well as provide workshops on how to effectively use AI in a research pipeline.
Which we will talk about. Brandon, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm Brandon Ulmer. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I'm the Research Community Partnerships and Communications Specialist here at TDAI.
Thank you. And we are missing a few members of TDAI team, which we will see represented in 2D in slides as we go along. So talking about slides, Cathie, you want to share the slides? Great. So everybody, welcome. So this is the orientation session for not just associate deans for research, but everybody who is interested in TDI curious or AI research curious at OSU. So we will cover it next. Next slide. Sorry. Not advancing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we will talk about TDI's community, the research, particularly focusing on research initiatives, and in general, how TDI is part of AI research, strategic kind of directions, and building both the foundation for that and the stretch. And then the part of the AI fluency. What do we provide? And what came, some of the successes that came out of it. So next slide, kind of, to put it all together, it's people, research, education, and service. And we'll cover all of those. You know, TDI is leading, enabling, and supporting AI research at OSU. And starting with the people part of it is, so TDI is just back to, is the Translational Data Analytics Institute. Every part of it is connections and data analytics. The boundary of data analytics today is really fuzzy between AI and data analytics. So it is the sort of translational data analytics and AI research that translates between disciplines, connects between disciplines, foundations to applications, internal to external. And so brings together the entire OSU community that in any way touches, analyzes, is using, expressing, supported by, enabled by, develops methods for or representing data through analysis and analytic approaches, increasingly AI approaches, in their research, scholarship, and creative expression, which these days pretty much everybody. So that is what is represented. So we have more than 400 faculty affiliates of TDAI at all 15 colleges, more than 100 disciplines. And you can see sort of how that is distributed, with arts and sciences, engineering and medicine leading the numbers game of our faculty affiliates, but we truly have every college represented. Next. And the type of research we've enabled, sort of, we'll talk about the numbers, but the most exciting part right now is kind of how can you be, what's right now, right? What is the cutting edge? What is the happening that you can be part of right this moment? And right this moment, you, your department, your group, your research area, we focused this year on two kind of big ideas that came from our faculty coming together and saying, this is what we want, kind of as a broad enough area that can lead to things like establishing a whole new field of science or central level initiatives or something like that. But they require substantial investment of not just resources, but bringing people together, bringing ideas together, learning how to work with each other, how to talk to each other, and starting with pilot kind of, maybe bringing external experts, maybe putting on a workshop. That's what these big ideas are. And so, drum roll, please. This year-long big themes are the geometrization of AI. This is the foundational AI area that bridges the gap between the geometric structures like meshes, maps, the sort of learning, the internal structure of learning models, the quantum geometry, and the statistical machine learning model. And it's led by our two faculty from the statistics department, Dina Asta and Shubhadip Paul. Both were hired on the Discovery Theme initiative that is that also gave birth to TDAI and other institutes. And this intersects, so it is very foundational. It is sort of focusing on the aspects of the math, statistics, and foundations of computer science and ECE, and is represented by the team, has faculty representation from those departments. But it goes and extends to geography, environmental sciences, economics, mobility, civil engineering, environmental geodetic engineering, and much more. So anything that has the geometric representation is an intersection with AI. That's what this theme is focused on. The second theme is the joint human AI systems in an agentic world, that reminding all of us that people remain the only true source of resilience in the age of AI. And so they must be explicitly and responsibly included in system design. Any system design, certainly the one that has AI. And so the leads of the theme are Mike Ray from the Integrated Systems Engineering and Srini Pasasarthi from the Computer Science and Engineering and Biomedical Informatics. And Mike Ray is also a faculty in Health and Rehabilitation Science. And so, but the team spans, by my last count, I think 6 colleges, something like that. But because really, truly, I think it touches every aspect of AI. How do we humans work with AI? How do we make part of our because AI has changed every aspect of our life. So, and AI agents now are implicitly or explicitly part of our day-to-day life and work, and even our emotional and social interactions, and for good or bad. So this is and that means that every part, every discipline has something to say and something to contribute and something to learn. With that, so that's the sort of frontier and the leads of the themes, the 4 leads of the themes for TDI faculty fellows are also part of our leadership team that is rounded up by the 3 directors of our communities of practice. So we have 5 communities of practice: foundations, responsible data science and AI, which is intersects very strongly with human AI, teaming in an agentic world. And then we have the sensing-driven collaborative science with Gil Borrell from Civil Environmental Geodetic Engineering, leading that community of practice. Computational social sciences with Robert Bond from Political Science and Communication departments, leading that community of practice. And computational health and life sciences led by Tim Ma from biomedical informatics. So, it did squish. I tried. Oh man, I don't know why. So this is what's now. This is what's on the kind of the very cutting edge, what's happening. But we are not new at this, of the initiating, supporting, enabling research and investing in research that pays off. We've started as a discovery theme in 2017, as an institute in 2018, right? Yes. And so, you know, the left to charts show that our investments have grown mathematically correctly, all exponentially with some exponent, but really have grown. And the ROI on every dollar that we've invested in research has been more than 50. So that's by the most modest count. So whether it's represented in awards, dollars, or the number of awards. So this is, or the rightmost kind of collection of bubbles is the award sponsors. It's not just NSF, NIH, and other federal agencies. In this day and age, explicitly and specifically, the anxiety that is everybody's experience, what happens if NIH and NSF are not supporting research, right? If they don't have the dollar signs to put into research. Well, they're TDI faculty, by the nature of the type of research that spans more than one discipline and supported and enabled by the experience of the team of TDI that can bring together these teams and kind of bridge the language, the cultures, the priorities, the approaches, help bridge those and the ideas. It goes, as I said, the bubbles over the years have, the types of sponsoring agencies have increased, and the middle shows how the network of collaborations, just the award ones, and we have the similar ones for publications, has increased, not just because we have more members, but just because, truly the collaborations are getting denser. Next. And so we do this. How do we enable all of this? And we support the entire arc of research. As you heard, Jenny Grabmeier is the strategic, so both the research director of research strategy, and the team scientist and ideation facilitator. And that, that takes training, that takes knowledge, especially in interdisciplinary, highly kind of big team science sort of thing, that goes all the way from the very first spark of the idea through ideation sessions and proposal development and kind of supporting, putting out, these white papers and developing research networks and data analysis. Who else should be at the table? Who is missing? And we will talk a little bit about that. That's our services. Networking events, the serendipity facilitation. but it also takes, especially in the age of AI, using AI for research and sort of getting that over the hump of data help takes time, takes experience, takes training. So we provide that training, we provide the services that require more expertise that can be immediately obtained from the variety of AI agents and services that are available after the training that we provide. So they also, we do services like we provide cyber infrastructure resources and training for that. And the sort of navigation of the data infrastructure, those who, where do you put data? Where do you get data? What's needed to get data from College of Medicine versus, the CHRR, and so on and so forth. And when you start a research project, who should be at the table? Who should be part of this computational underwater basket weaving initiative that we're putting together? So we have developed, and we can demo that a little bit, a tool that we started using for us, but it is increasingly, we're making it available to the entire university, essentially expertise discovery. And so with that, I want to focus for a second longer on the training aspect of it. So we do have a master's in translational. I'll kind of start from the bottom of it. We have a data science camp that is hugely popular. This is for middle schoolers. It's hugely popular for with our OSU community, the next generation of our OSU community. This is we are now, we've wrapped up 6 years of it, 6th edition or 7th, Amber. Like, Amber is past.
I think 7 maybe now.
7th, yeah. It depends how you count a little bit, but
Yeah.
and COVID years are weird years, but yeah, 7th edition of it. We also have masters in translational data analytics, which is for working professional, upskilling and reskilling working professionals. We have a healthy representation of current OSU staff, particularly research staff, among the students who want to gain that data analytics expertise. And Dr. Krishna Katala is the director of the MTDA as part of his job. And then coming up, we started running in March research workshop and trainings, a variety of things. Next, I think that we talk more about that there. Yes. Starting with the introduction to what is this generative AI thing. So this is a very streamlined overview of, and so that's run by Dr. Alex Davis and Dr. Zoe Dwan, our data analytics services. There is a 2-hour version of Introduction to Gen AI for your research. We focus on AI for research. This is part of AI fluency, but specifically AI research fluency. So there's a intro version of how do I start with this? And then there is the sort of variations of it that are longer, 6 to 8 hours of workshops of Gen AI in your research, image analysis with AI, time series analysis with AI, and machine learning more generally with AI's foundations. So those are hands-on, heavily attended. For example, Gen AI in your research intro version, which we ramped up in July to give everybody preschool year kind of reduce the anxiety with the announcement of AI fluency. We had 247 people, I believe, gone through those workshops, and more workshops to come. So, and with that, the big event sort of that we're now ramping up, sort of what's come, and now is absolutely the time, the right time, the good time to say, well, how can we partner? How can we be part? How can we maybe lead parts of it is we are starting to put together the OSU Research Summit in the spring. This is open to the entire university and external community. This is the latest developments in data science and AI, with distinguished keynote speakers, student poster sessions, panel discussions, lightning talk, and more. This is envisioned as the big conference, big elevate the stature of AI research at OSU, both internally, but most importantly, to show the world that we lead AI research. And it's right now, late February, early March, so stay tuned for the actual date announcement, but you don't have to wait for the date to get engaged, involved, and lead part of it. So hopefully you see yourself in this. And with that, so this is the staff of TDAI, and the two people missing are the Josh Rausch, who's our business manager from the initial introduction, the two people missing, and the yet to be filled currently vacant project manager position. So yay team, hi team. They do everything that I've talked about. Come and join us, talk to us, connect ones, and we now are open for questions, comments, anything else. And if you want to just like post the questions in the chat or just speak up, go for it. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like that instructor in the classroom. Start calling on people to introduce themselves. So maybe it is a good opportunity, since there's not too many of us. If you feel I can MC, or you can just maybe unmute yourself. If you feel comfortable, even turn on your camera and introduce yourself and what brought you here. Why you TDAI curious? No? People drop out in fear of being called on? That's okay. If you can just raise your hand if you've taken one of our training, AI, Gen AI for your research. Has anybody? No? Raise your hand if you would like to train, like raise your virtual hand. If you would like to take Gen AI, like if this is something that you feel would add to you or your community's ability to do research. All right. Thank you, Zoe. Yay. Okay, we'll continue to do those then. Do you want to share sort of where the pain points are? Anybody? If you're doing data or AI related research, where Riley?
Yeah, hi everybody. So this is Lei from BMI department. So I am a research scientist. So actually my research focuses on the NLP, but right now we are integrate more AI into the research. And I think I use the AI and the natural language processing for translational pharmacology research. Means I use the NLP and the AI to discover the knowledge or extract knowledge from the published literature as well as other data sets, and I also build up some infrastructures like the softwares, the corpus, the ontology for healthcare and for the pharmacology research. So I'm glad to see everybody here. And I have one question. Is there any AI computational resources from the TDAI, like the cloud, or do you have some discount with the vendors like the OpenAI or something like that to have let us enjoy a discount rate for the usage of the AI right now?
Yeah, so I'm going to start answering and then ask Alex to finish answering that question. So first of all, do you, Lei, and is everybody aware of the fact that everybody knows who gets Ohio Supercomputing Center credits? And we do have GPUs. We, by far, the best storage, and for many cases, GPU solutions are not the kind of external companies, but our own Ohio Supercomputing Center. The second aspect is that we do have agreements with OpenAI, well, with Microsoft and with Google for AI agents and tools. And we do get a discount in some aspects for free. They don't
So
get
that's for the university wise, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the third thing, we also have some cloud discounts, but all of this, like, be kind of careful. And so it really depends on what your needs are and where you get. So in addition to that, College of Medicine has its own agreement that actually, and you're from BMI, so that you're covered under those agreements that actually bump that up a little bit more than general university.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, I can add a few things, but that really does cover most of the bases. Additionally, we have access to the Microsoft Azure platform. So there are additional tools there if you want to get access to OpenAI models. Specifically, you can get them through Azure, which will keep them able to handle S4 and health related data. Amazon Bedrock is also available to OSU researchers, which gives you additional cloud computing, an additional cloud computing platform that also can spin up environments that are able to handle any level of data security that you might need, and also access to a lot of different types of models. And the university OTDI, I don't remember that they're the IT team. I don't exactly remember what their acronym stands for. Have a platform called Light LLM, which will allow you to get API credit, not API credits, but API keys to nearly every model that's available for use. So OpenAI, Anthropic's models, Google, a number of open source models as well. So that's a third option. It's not free. You have to set up a charge account. But Azure does give you like a couple of days of free credits when you sign up as like a free trial. So if you have something pressing to do in like the next 30 days, that's an option. But most of the options are very cost effective.
Okay. Thank you so much for the information.
Right. And also, this is research project or to your kind of workflows, that's the time to schedule a consultation session to geek out a little bit more on the details. And Fubei, I hope your voice comes back soon. I hope you'll find it soon. And thank you for a great endorsement of TDI. We strive to serve our community. Any other questions, comments, kudos?
Well, there's one person here who's participated with summer camp. Don't want to call you out, Becky, but I'm calling you out. In addition to you, Tanya, of course.
Oh. Oh, hi, Becky.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Amber, for the shout out. Yeah, it was a pleasure working with you, and I hope to continue the partnership with you. Yeah.
Thanks. It was good to have you. Sorry it didn't work out this summer, but hopefully in the future we'll continue.
Right. Yeah, for sure. This summer I led a study abroad, so I wasn't available. But yes, next summer I'll be happy to work with you again. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Cheryl. Welcome to OSU. Yeah, actually, if you're new to OSU, maybe another show of virtual hands, just so we, maybe see who's new to OSU. And by new, I mean 2 years, because it takes that long to figure out what's going on here. Well, Cheryl, welcome. And everybody else, Becky, you're new? Well, welcome. Come and visit us in Pomerine Hall. We're prime location. Happy to chat always. And maybe I would love to get Noreen, yes, welcome. So I would love to learn more about your research, your needs, your work. Come visit us. And does everybody know how to join TDI if you're not? Brandon, can you post the link to join TDI thing? And Jareen, welcome. So Cheryl, what college department area?
So I joined engineering education. I'm a professor within that department, and I'm also the associate chair for graduate studies and research infrastructure. So there was like dual purpose in attending this session, also to help me, but also help my faculty with connecting with other resources.
And we love students. I talk about faculty in terms of the numbers and kind of this is how we track words and dollar signs because all the administration's favorite color is green, but of course it's the next generation, the students and postdocs quite often, and the research scientists that are behind all of these dollar signs and publications. So yes, happy to connect.
Yeah, no, that's really helpful. My research area actually is in game-based learning, and I've only recently started looking at like the idea of AI integration, but I didn't see that come up as kind of like a key theme or area. Are you working or exploring that area at all?
Absolutely, and I see Krishna's eyes sparkling there because Krishna, you want to say a little bit about your own research?
Sure. Yeah. So my particular focus is learning sciences with a focus on STEM education and engineering education. So I've also, during my PhD, I worked on self-efficacy, computational thinking aspects, and yeah.
And increasingly how AI can be part of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course, the AI
Yeah.
responsible data science was my focus, and yeah, most recently before joining, even I'm new to the Ohio State, and it's been 2 months here at OSU, and yeah, most recently at Vanguard, I was leading responsible and trustworthy AI aspects. So if that's someone's focus, would always love to chat and explore ideas.
Yeah. So Krishna is a graduate of a similar department in a different institution, PhD graduate. So yeah. So I hope that there is a follow-up. There's, I think, an opportunity to follow up their connections because it is explicitly part of it, but we're not an academic unit. So it is, we typically a part of research conversations or co-curricular education.
That's great.
Doreen,
Thank you.
yeah, and welcome. Thank you. Doreen, you're new. Where are you coming from? Which part of OSU are you coming from?
Oh, hi. I hope you can hear me.
Yep.
I'm on the move, but yeah. I'm new to the Center of Computing Education, which is a bit under or works with School of Engineering Education. And I just finished my PhD at Purdue. So I guess I'm also like in the same area that Krishna just presented on. But yeah, I'm 2 months in and also just trying to explore the resources and, make connections. So happy to be here.
Welcome. Yes. And so we're continuing on the theme of education. Amber, there's a question for you in the chat.
I'll just go ahead and answer. Now, the deadline for students to apply will be April 1st. So I know we do get OSU faculty and staff kids who apply and are accepted and come through. And I know one of the things that people like is taking some time that Friday afternoon to come over to wherever we're going to be hosting our final day of camp and watching the student presentations. And we always like to have guests there as well. So even if you don't have a child participating, keep an eye on camp information. So if you're around and available to come watch the middle school students present their projects, I think it's always a good time.
Also, I just dropped the link to the program.
Hi, I had a question coming from OSU Physics and Astronomy Department. And are there any dedicated efforts at OSU to look at how AI handles like an open-ended physics problem, where it's not necessarily something you can look up directly or from osmosis, try to get it from Google? Are there any efforts for that?
So this is a general AI for science conversation that's happening. So for example, in my own research is in AI for nature, so ecology, biodiversity, and conservation. My native language is AI, is computer science. I come from computer science side of thing, but it's very much a 20 plus year collaboration with ecologists and biodiversity scientists. And we constantly talk about, like, all science is open-ended, right? And AI can bring you to the boundary of what's known, not very well still, but it will, but cannot make that leap. And so there are a couple of things that, so there's in general AI for Science conversation that is both led nationally by the national academies and NSF, but National Academies has published a report, and there's also a more general kind of community that is growing around it. I was part of a couple of workshops and one of the recent reports that came out on AI for Science. The particular OSU instantiation, we have actually AI science co-pilot projects that they're led by Huan Sun from Computer Science and Engineering, and that is they've developed, and in fact, one member of the team has started a startup on AI co-scientist. But there are applications like everywhere else. The first applications of AI science co-pilot, the co-scientist kind of things, are more in the innovation context than scientific discovery or hypothesis formulation. And so it's medicine, engineering, material sciences, but also more formalized sciences like math, chemistry, and physics, where things can be expressed as equations, and you can kind of do the inductive inference with equations. Much more sort of at the theory level and hypothesis generation, that's hard. But we do have, and explicitly in your department, there's one of the best examples of OSU AI for Science, machine learning for science. Jenny, help me out here. Sorry. Or Mike, do you know your colleagues in the department?
Are we thinking of Andrew Heckler?
No, in astronomy.
Oh,
you're not. Sorry, because you asked astronomy and physics,
I'm both. I'm physics and astronomy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's his name escapes me. But yes, I know who you're talking about. He's doing a lot with the astronomy side.
Yeah, on the astronomy side, it's a great example of kind of AI for science. But it is
I haven't quite seen it on the physics side.
Yeah, well, the physics guided AI and physics guided machine learning, the equation version of it has been actually around for about 15 years as a concept. It is different, and we can have this, and maybe this is the time for us to have our own workshop on AI for science. It's a really good point of.
Yeah, I was hoping to join some effort. Yeah.
Great. Come talk to us.
I'd be interested in that.
Jenny's eyes, I know Jenny's eyes are sparkling. We've talked about AI for science conversation, kind of salon style, maybe, to start bringing the community together at OSU.
I guess I'll just reach out separately via email, maybe. Is that a good way to initiate
and
conversation?
that is great. And you have Alex as the outcome of at least the department.
Thank you.
Yeah, at least Alex, you speak the language, right?
Yeah. Mike, I actually I have a doctorate from physics, from the physics department here. My advisor was Ilya Grusberg, so.
Sure. That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Alex has the street cred in physics. I just had both my parents were physicists, so and I disappointed them.
Very nice. Oh, I doubt that.
Anyway, so yeah, we can follow up, and that's a great prompt for us to actually maybe do something that we've been talking about.
Sure.
So I'm going to drop off in 1 minute talking about the next generation. One of my PhD students defending candidacy or has the candidacy exam today. So But I hope this is a conversation starter. But as all often happens, good kind of information sessions, the questions come about either 5 seconds after we ended, or like 5 days later. Oh, I should have asked. Or occasionally a couple of weeks, like, wait, what did we talk about? This reminds me, right? So I hope this will continue to prompt these kinds of connections and conversations and follow-ups. And tell your friends that we are friendly. We want to be your friends. Okay. So with that, goodbye from me. I'll go and be an advisor to my student, but the team is here. Thank you all.